bangs have gotten really long. Maybe I should try cutting them. Okay, we'll leave the hair cutting to the professionals. And anything I do with scissors is to myself only. I need to trim up actually. But this is also kind of straight, fresh out of the shower. And only kind of blow dried. But anyhow, your bangs have gotten pretty long. And I hate for makeup to get like spring starting to roll around. We really want that sun-kissed look, you know? So, I have this Benetint by Benefit. It is well, it's pretty much in the name, is a tint. It's a tint slash a stain, I guess people would call it. Rose tinted lip and cheek stain, yes. Dot and blend quickly onto cheeks. Okay. Make sure there wasn't. I don't think they have like the specific colors, like what color it is. But I think it's like it's a rose. It said it on the box, but I threw away the box. It's got a fun textured lid to it. Okay, so I think base wise, I'm just gonna do a little bit of blush, you know? You feel me? I think you do. So I'm gonna start with your cheeks, so I'm just gonna do just a dot, 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 dot. Just tap it in. I'm just gonna tap it in really fast so nothing sets in stone until we have the desired blend. And then what I like to do when I put it on my nose is I make it a little heart. So I'm just gonna come in right here and just make it a little, just a little heart. And then I'm just gonna tap it in, just tap it in. Bring it up to the bridge of your nose, bring it up the bridge, bring it up the bridge, bring it up the bridge. Bring it up the bridge, bring it up the bridge. Perfect. Honestly, we can end it here. You just look gorgeous. But I've also received so many makeup palettes for Christmas and my birthday. So I had to, once again, these bangs. So what used to be able to fit in my makeup bag really easily now has to have their own separate bin. So let's see. Let's look at our different options. You have bright LA colors, or I think that the palette is Bright by LA Colors. And you do have some very bright options. Bright, bright, bright. Some of it they are glitters. So I think like the first half is like all the way up to this red right here. This one, right here, can you see it? This red right here, right here, right here, right here. All of these are glitters besides the light. So from here to here, here to here, here to here, all glitters. also can't pronounce new words for doo-doo crap, so let's take a look at these colors, shall we? And if I'm not mistaken, these are all glitter. I know it doesn't look like it, because it's really dark in here, because we are supposed to be going to bed, but they are all some type of shimmer. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 use it for a lot of blending, even though I'm pretty sure this one is supposed to be a packing brush. But do you want to feel it on your face? Feel how soft it is. Yeah. 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 Packing brush or not, she's soft. Okay. So this color is, if I am going through it right, it's going to be this Tarte stopping. It is Tarte stopping, okay? So we're going to start with the Tarte stopping. Right here, right here, right here. So while I do this, I thought I would update you about something. So first, let's just start with this crazy story of my friend Marie, okay? Yes, Marie, yes, the one who skipped a grade, because she is so wicked smart, right? Keep your eyes closed, babe. So anyways, Marie went on that trip over the summer, right? Yeah, the smart people trip. The one we obviously didn't go on, which is so BS, because I so think you should have gone. But, you know, whatever. Our board. Anyways. So, the gorgeous, smart Marie goes on this trip, and she's with a chaperone, right? And, you know, hold on. Well, anyways, so Marie has a chaperone, which, of course, it's a school trip. You should have, you know, chaperones on it. Well, apparently, this chaperone wasn't feeling Marie this week, okay? Imagine a whole week with this. You'll understand why a whole week with this chaperone is so nightmarish, okay? So, one day, Marie leaves the room of the hotel they're staying at, and she goes down for breakfast. And while having breakfast, the leader, the chaperone, goes over to her in front of her friends, and is like, "The shirt you're wearing is way too low cut. You need to go get changed." Which, if you remember the way Marie is built, she is a bustier girl, which, no hate to bustier girls. I think they're so extremely blessed coming from a little busted girl. But all I'm saying is that if I, a little busted girl, had worn that top, chaperone wouldn't have batted an eye. But because our great friend Marie wore it, apparently every boy is gonna whip it out at her, okay? So anyways, and she's also worn the top to school. I think you know, the green one with a little bow. Now, yeah, isn't it stupid? And never has gotten dress coded for it at school, but the minute she's off school grounds. Anyways, as stupid as it was, our great Marie tells the leader, tells the chaperone, "You got it, I'll go change." Which, props to her, because I would have never done that. So anyways, she goes upstairs and she changes. She comes downstairs and everything is fine, okay? Well, apparently that whole week on that trip, this leader would not stop talking about Marie's top. Like, apparently kept asking Marie's friend when Marie wasn't in the room, kept being like, "Does anyone know, like, what other tops she's bringing? Because if it's anything like that, she's not going to be able to wear shirts all week. And then, does anyone have any extra shirts that Marie can wear, just in case? And, oh, does anyone have any, like, do we know what Marie's bathing suit looked like? Because apparently they were at a pool at the hotel." Oh, my feet are falling asleep. She was like, "Does anyone know what Marie's bathing suit looks like?" Because they had a pool at the hotel. And of course, the bathing suit was appropriate, per usual, because Marie isn't that type of person. Marie is smart. Marie is gorgeous, and she doesn't need to flaunt everything to show that she's gorgeous. so that she's not as mad. So safe to say, Marie isn't doing any more of the trips, as long as the chaperone is, chaperoning, which personally I don't think she should be chaperoning, because what 40-year-old woman is talking about a student's chest like that continuously, derogatorily? Like, get a grip, woman. Get a grip. This is ridiculous. see my other coworker, Anthony, and Anthony's like, oh my gosh, like, we haven't seen each other in so long, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. They never schedule me with people I like. It's always like with the older people that like talk too much, which I don't mind talking. Obviously, I love to talk, but like they overshare. Like, I don't need to know about your wife's third nipple. Please stop talking. Well, I see Anthony, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what's up? And he goes, did you hear about Bethany? And I was like, no, what's wrong with Bethany? And he goes, well, she called out early that one shift, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I saw her. Turns out Bethany got in trouble for being, like, having a boyfriend. Not just having a boyfriend, ladies and gentlemen, but having a boyfriend that was 21 years old and dating somebody underage. Well, she got in trouble, and her mom called her during her shift and was like, you're in big trouble when you get home, basically. Like, we just found out your secret and everything. And Bethany freaked out, didn't know what to do. So she told our manager that she didn't feel good and she was going home early. And then the boyfriend came and picked her up. So apparently mom walked in, was like, where's Bethany? I need to pick her up. And Anthony worked that night after I left, and he was like, oh, Bethany was already picked up. Like, what are you talking about? And mom was just like, apparently Bethany has done this before. And mom already knew